Happy Friday, everybody. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so glad you're here with me tonight. Welcome to episode 78 of the Hangout with Penny show. 78 episodes. That's a long time hanging out together. So thank you. So for those of you that may have been watching me for the last 77 episodes, you're going to notice I have a different background. And I did that for a reason. Did you see this picture up here? This is what I'm manifesting into my life. What do you want to manifest into your life? Do you keep it visible that you can see it every day? Do you expect miracles? Do you believe in miracles? Is there such thing as miracles? Well, I believe there are. So we're going to talk about that tonight. So I'm so excited. So welcome. Thank you for joining me on episode 78 of the Hangout with Penny show. And for those of you that have been watching me for the last 77 episodes, you know one of my favorite things to do is share with you the wine of the week. Guess what I have for you this week? I have Inniskillen Reserve Pinot Gris. It's a 2013 vintage. So it's really delicious. So for all of you that are joining me Friday night, maybe some of you don't know the reason why I began my shows on Friday night, and that was because sometimes we're alone on Friday night. And when you're alone, sometimes that can really suck. So I just thought, you know what? I want to start this show that I can help inspire you and uplift you and empower you to know that, you know what? It's okay if you're home on a Friday night. Hang out with me. So this is for all you that have been hanging out with me because you have been alone on Friday night. But many of you are watching me on Saturday and watching the recordings. I know Harris from Greece, he's watching me, and Cindy from New Zealand, she's watching me, and Linda from Australia, you're watching me, and Paola from Italy, you're watching me, and all my U.S. friends. This is for you. Cheers. And thank you to Kim Campbell, the manager at the Wine Rack, for gifting me this wine. It's wonderful. Okay, so another thing I like to do is read you the comments from last week. So let me just get right to that right now. So for those of you that are watching live, please go ahead, say hi, let me know where you're watching from, and if you have any comments for tonight, because tonight we're going to talk about miracles. Do you believe in them? Is there such a thing? Can you create your own? We're going to find out. All right, let me just see. I'll read you last week's comment. So last week's comment was with Brian Withers, my dear friend. And so a comment from Monique Jackson says, hi Penny, great part 2. Brian has some really great analogies and explanations of the LOA process. I'm going to share this with my LOA support group. I would love to attract the resources to get his book and or work with him personally. Thank you both for everything you do. Well, Monique, and for those of you that did watch episodes 76 and 77, Brian and I are teaming up. And you're going to hear about that really soon. We both have a passion about helping people raise up their vibration, helping people see things in a different light, helping people realize that they can attract things that they want into their life. We don't always have to stay in that low vibration. And we are working on something right now. So we're going to be doing a series. So that's just in the works right now, and I'm really excited about it. So you're going to hear about it probably in the next episode or the one after that, and we'll have a date for you, and we'll let you know. It won't be Friday night. It'll be on a separate night. It's going to be a special episode with Brian and I. And how we're working on it right now is we're going to have some of our favorite modalities that we've learned and that helped us. We're going to share them with you. We're going to talk about them, and then the following week we're going to do a follow-up. So if you have questions, you need clarification, you want a little bit of coaching, we're going to do that on the next show. And then the week after that, we're going to again talk about something else, and then there's going to be a Q&A the following week. So we're going to do that for probably a 6-week period and see how that goes. So Brian is a brilliant man. I love him, and we're going to help you. Now, I have another comment from Angela Morris Holmes. She says, we all have to start our plans from a beginning point, but I question the experience of wanting, as wanting perpetuates more wanting. In a state of wanting, we are never experiencing satisfaction. Should we not just decide what direction we want to move in without the wanting? Should we not have a clear vision as though the goal has already been reached? I completely agree with Brian that writing down a clear and concise goal and then allow. This works. Thanks for the show, Penny. As always, very informative. And Linda Linda, I'm sorry. Vadaville? Thank you, Penny and Brian. Great show as always. I need to learn my French. So getting back to Angela. Wanting has a vibration. So if we go, oh, I want that. Does that really sound very uplifting? But we could say, no, I want that. That is what I want. Now we're setting the energy in motion that we then can build on that. We can build on it. So there is a different vibration in how we use the word want. But I totally get it, and I totally agree when it comes to like the wanting stage, because the more that we can just trust that those things that we do want are coming into our life and just go from there. And we're going to talk about that tonight on my 8 steps to creating miracles. So thank you for those comments. I love them very much. Keep them coming. And right now, oh, hi, Cindy Trost. She says, hi, Penny. I've been excited to watch live from Denver, Colorado. I always enjoy hearing your LOA insights. Thank you, Cindy. And June Kellogg, hi, Penny, from Pittsburgh, New Jersey, USA. I have my glass of cab sitting outside at my meditation circle with you. Oh, June, thank you. Oh, you make my day when I hear that I can spend time with you. Even though we're thousands of miles away, we can share some time together. So thank you for joining me. All right, so let's get on with the show. For those of you just joining me, this is episode 78 of the Hangout with Penny show. I'm solo tonight, and what I'm going to do is, I just love this picture in the background. If you're watching live right now, let me know what you think of my picture. I've had that for a few years. I love it. Okay, 8 steps to creating miracles. Do you believe in miracles? I believe every time our heart beats, it's a miracle. I believe every time I see my beautiful granddaughter, it's a miracle. I believe every time I see my son, it's a miracle. It's a miracle. Life is a miracle in itself, as far as I'm concerned. And when we can come from a standpoint that everything is a miracle, then yeah, we can believe in miracles. So many times though we get a little bit caught up on what's going on in the world, what's going on in our life. I'd love to be sitting in one of those chairs right now. Thanks, Cindy. We can get caught up on the what is. So maybe you're going through a health issue, or maybe you're going through some kind of relationship issue, or maybe there's something, your children, or something that's going on that's not in alignment to what you would consider a miracle. Then yeah, we can really, really start to doubt that miracles exist. But if we can shift it and just remember that life is a miracle, that what we are experiencing right now is a miracle. Now I'm going to give you 8 steps, and these 8 steps I give when I do my live seminars. This is part of the package because I think it's really important that we need to be reminded that we can create miracles in our life. We can actually create miracles in our life. We're already a miracle. We can begin to really create our desires, which can be called a miracle. So I'm just going to read to you. Well, I'm not going to read, but I just want to acknowledge where I got this from. And it was from 8 Steps to a Miracle by Michael C. Rand and Elizabeth Rand Arnett. Whatever. Her name's something like that. Arnett. Anyway. I thought it was pretty important when I saw this because we tend to forget sometimes. We tend to forget that we do have the power within us. We have the power within us to create miracles in our own life. And it's all about being deliberate. So if my screen is a little bit fuzzy because I kind of see myself being blurry, that's probably because I moved my computer out here and I'm not connected to, what do you call that? A direct line. So I'm kind of like on the Wi-Fi. So hopefully you can view this fine. All right. 8 steps to a miracle. First one I'm going to give you. Be very clear. Number 1, first step, be very clear. What do you want? So many of us know what we don't want. But you know what we forget? We forget the next step. It's okay. It's really good to know what you don't want. But in order to create that miracle, in order to create that what I do want, you need to say it. You need to be clear on what it is. It looks clear to me. Oh, Cindy, thank you very much. I feel better now. You need to be clear on what it is. So for everything you don't want, you need to ask yourself, so what do I want? And be clear. If you're looking for better health, what is that? Be clear about it. Don't continue to say, I don't want to be sick no more. The focus is still on sickness. So what do you want? Be clear. I want to be well. I want to be healthy. I want to be vibrant. I want to have energy. We need to be clear. So what does good health look like? Be clear. Or maybe you want a relationship. What does that look like to you? Be clear about it. If you don't want the same kind of relationship as you had before, then don't focus on what you didn't like about it. What do you want? Be clear so we can create those miracles in our life that are our birthright. Let's go on to number 2. This is only a 30-minute show, so I can go on forever. So now here we go. Number 2, expect the best. Expect the best. I'm going to share something with you. I just actually talked about this with Brian the other day when we were talking about how we were going to get this program together for you all. And when I was married, one of my favorite, not my favorite, but one of a regular, what am I trying to say, phrase, if you will, that my husband would say was, if you don't expect anything, you will never be disappointed. Yeah, that's probably a true statement. If you're not expecting anything, then what are you doing? We're just going through life. Being in a state of expectation can raise the vibration. It can be fun. It can be exhilarating. It can be like, oh my gosh, we need to expect. So if you're wanting that relationship, expect it. What would that feel like? What would that look like? Be clear. Like, oh, this would feel so good. Or your health. If you're after some more healthier body, or there's something going on, what would it feel like? Expect to be well. So many times it's like, oh, In another 2 weeks, it'll be a whole month. Like, really? Do you want to project that? What do you want to do? Expect that from this day forward, better health is coming your way. That you're finding everything you need to be well. Number 3, thank you all the live viewers. I see you're watching, so thank you very much. Let go of fear. Oh boy. I lived so much of my life in fear because I didn't know any better at the time. But what does that mean? From a law of attraction perspective, we can only have one thought at a time. We can have a thought of love, joy, harmony, peace, same, or we could have fear. We could have shame, anger. It's still on that low vibrational scale. If we can only have one thought at a time, what thought do you want to have? Do you want to have the thought that leaves you in fear that you're not ever going to get well, in fear that you're not ever going to meet that ideal partner for you, in fear that you're never going to get out of financial debt that you're in, the fear of what's going on in the world? Do we want to live in that fear, or do we want to live in the idea of my world is a good world. My world is peaceful. So we can create a miracle in our own world that we do live with peace, even though all out there has that fear mindset. We can create whatever we put our thoughts to. So if we live in fear, fear will create more fear. So if you have a choice to think about loving thoughts or think about fearful thoughts, what do you want to do? Because whatever you direct the energy to, you will attract more to you. So if you want that miracle in your life, you need to let go of the fear and go towards more of the loving thoughts. Okay, number 4. This is so powerful. Open your mind to all possibilities. What would life look like if it was possible to have a instantaneous healing? It happens all the time. We just can't see the possibility. What would happen if, just like that, you see the person of your dreams? It can happen in a blink of an eye. You could be walking down the aisle and all of a sudden look and boom, there they are. It can happen. So be open to these possibilities that, oh, that won't happen to me. Yes, it can. Be open to the possibilities of whatever it is you want that can come to you. That can create a miracle in your life. Let's go on. Number 5. See yourself as you want it to be. How do you like my little cue cards? Because I moved offices, I couldn't print anything out, so I did this just for you. See yourself as you want it to be. What does that look like for you? Maybe you're suffering with a pain and you can't imagine at this point in time being able to run with your granddaughter or your children, or maybe you can't go to work. And start envisioning yourself as you're healed, or as you have all the financial abundance you need to do the things that you want, or as being in that relationship. See yourself as already being there. And you'll be surprised. I am living proof of how things have just turned around in my life because I was able to see myself as the way I wanted to be. I was able to be open to the possibilities. I was able to let go of the fear and think about the love and bring that into my life. And you can too. Number 6. Okay, this is a good one. Keep your power. Keep your power. Here's a secret to that. Maybe we're dealing with something. Could be a health scare. Maybe a relationship breakdown. Maybe a financial struggle. Who knows what it could be? Maybe you have a great desire, a wish, a dream. You'll keep your power by keeping those thoughts to yourself. Sometimes we'll share our thoughts of finding a miracle cure, having that lover show up in our life, being debt-free. But if we're not careful who we share it with, outside forces can actually dilute the energy behind that. So it's really important to keep it a secret. Keep your wishes and dreams and desire a secret. And only share them with someone that you know will support you and that will actually want the same for you. Here's another little secret. Whatever you want, wish that for someone else. If you want health and you know someone, you wish them to have good health. If you want a relationship and you see some, you bless them. You be thankful for them. You, I just went on my train of thought here. Anyway, wish other people well. When there's something you want, maybe you have a financial struggle and you can't really go on a trip or something that you want right now and other people are, wish them well. All right. Number 7, do what needs to be done. What does that mean? Once you get clear of what you want, and once you can let go of the fear, things will start showing up in your life. Things will start manifesting in your life. Like, for an example, excuse me, my phone's ringing. I'm going to shut my phone off. Things will start showing up in your life, like you'll be talking to somebody and they'll say, hey, my friend so-and-so knew this doctor. Check it out. Because that is a sign that this could be your path to healing. So just do what needs to be done. When you get that little inkling or when you get that little nudge that, you know what, maybe you should call this person, do it. So listen to your instincts and do what needs to be done. If you're focusing on health, do things to help you become healthier. If you're focusing on a relationship, you be the person that you want to be. If you want this specific person in your life, you need to do what needs to be done for you to be that specific person. Right? So, and we're getting on to the end of the show already. So number 8, pray. Does that mean you have to be religious to pray? No. Does that mean you have to sit? No. For me, pray is to know that there is a greater force, the miracle that beats your heart is the thing I pray to. There's a higher power that runs the sap through the trees. There's a higher power that, for where I live, that keeps the seasons coming. We have, fall, winter, spring, summer. There's a power. There's a universal power that does this. We have that power within us. Talk to that. Pray to that. Meditate to that. You can create miracles when you become open to receive them. By talking, by praying, by sitting in silence, because it's all inside us. And when you want that healing, you can have it. When you want that relationship, you can have it. When you want that financial abundance, you can have it. You can have whatever it is you want. You need to be open to receive it. And praying just means trusting and knowing that what it is you're asking for, when asked correctly, by being clear, that you can have it. And it's here. Everything is right at our fingertips. Well, I hope you like that, because that is the conclusion of episode 78 of the Hangout with Penny show. Next week, might be a surprise. Maybe I'll have Brian on. I just have someone here. Hi, Penny, watching from Pennsylvania. I like the photo. The photo? Troy, what photo? Can you answer that before I close the show? What photo? Oh, this photo. Gotcha. Yeah. Me too. I don't know if you can see the whole thing. Hang on. Let me just look. Oh, there you go. Look it. Isn't that beautiful? Love it. Love it. Oh my gosh. I was walking down the main, I'll tell you a little story about that before we end the show. I was walking down the main street past this furniture store. Thanks for all the tips, Penny. Behind you. Yeah, Troy, I got that. Thanks for all the tips, Penny, especially number 4. I tend to want to figure things out, so I need to remember to be open to all possibilities. Cindy, you know what? It's not our job to figure it out. It's your job to get clear on what you want. It's your job to trust and know that it's coming, and let it go. Let it go. That's like releasing the fear. Hey, I think I missed one. Did I get them all, you guys? I thought there was one that said let it go. Oh yeah, let go of fear. Expect the best, but it's not up to us. It's not up to us to figure out how any of it's going to happen. You know, I could go on because today was an exceptionally wonderful day. Many surprises happened for me today, and maybe one day I'll share them with you. Anyway, Troy, getting back to the picture, I'm walking down the main street, the town I used to live in, and I was walking past a furniture store, and I just happened to glance in, and I saw that in the window. I walked in, and I said to the guy, I want that. I knew that this was something that was important to me, and yeah, I love the picture. Okay, if there's any other questions you have or any other comments before I close out, I'd be happy to hear from you. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. If you have any topics you would like me to cover, just certainly mention it in the comments area, and I'll be sure to get somebody on the show to answer the questions or help you figure something out. So there's lots of good stuff coming on, so stay tuned for the special edition I'm going to have with Brian. That's going to be probably, I'm thinking maybe a Thursday evening. It's going to be different than the Hangout with Penny on Friday night. And so I have lots of good things to be sharing with you. Thank you, everybody. This concludes episode 78 of the Hangout with Penny show. So we'll be back next Friday on episode 79 with a surprise. Okay. Bye, everybody. Talk to you later.